And welcome back to what I hope is the finale of Ty. Like I discussed last time, we still got some rainbow shells to get. Not too many. We've only got 4 more to find, so not terrible. But let's go grab our new rangs since we've gotten all of our cogs. All the cogs in this damn game. Look at that. That's a beautiful sight right there. 90 cogs, 72 thunder rays, 2700 opals. Gotta love it. Alright, Julius. Let's get them.
I see you gathered enough cogs, Ty, to get the machine going again. Jolly good. Let's see what we have this time. Oh, magnificent, Ty. It's a kaboomerang! This rang is equipped with enough explosive force to destroy even the largest of rocks. You should have some fun with this one. Yes, yes, yes. You beauty!
Except I don't think there's any rocks in the game at all that you're supposed to blow these up with.
Ah, Ty! You've gathered the last of the golden cogs. Excellent work, my boy. Let's see what we get this time.
The time ring.
Oh, my! I haven't seen one of these before. It's a chronorang.
There we go.
Wow! I wonder what it does. Ripper!
This rang does almost exactly the same thing that a Freezy Rang does, really. But what it does enable you to do is get an achievement. That I can tell you that one thing for certain. It does enable you to get an achievement. You go into one of those time attack races and you hit one of whoever with a time rang or with the chrono rang, and then bing bang boom. Alright, without further ado though, let us go beat the boss.
Smashing work, Ty! Sure was hard yakka, Julius. Hurry, let's get the talisman. Aha! I've got a lock on the talisman. Oh, this is getting easier every time.
That's good, man. I'm the one doing all the work. This was the fight that scared me during the hardcore, because they don't really explicitly tell you what to do. If you notice, all of the levels that we've done this whole time.
Perhaps you should try a 2-pronged attack. Maybe fire, then ice.
That I was worried in my hardcore playthrough, but Fluffy is a giant robot. And very annoying to fight, does a lot of damage. By that I mean attacks so frequently it's kind of insane. So like that. And it's already attacking again. Come on, there we go. Now for part 2. That's how you make it explosive. Knowing exactly what to do does make it a fair bit easier. Except when the pilot lights change while you're running. Oops. Oh, come on now, Ty. We haven't lost a light this whole time. Let's not start now. There we go. That's Fluffy, by the way, not the robot. use the freezer ring. And again, you know, Julius goes, time for a two-pronged approach. And it's like, not really though, because you have to use fire for 2/3 of the fight.
I am impressed. But Boss Cass is gonna be peeved. You know, if things were different, we could have been a team.
I mean, her robot's also
I
named
see
Fluffy,
you have
but,
retrieved
you know,
the
it
third talisman. Do not become complacent in your quest. There is still much danger ahead.
Well, I have to admit it. You're not doing such a bad job, mate. Well, adequate, maybe, but not bad. Now, Julius is waiting for you back at his lab. I think he's got a new gadget for you. Bonza!
You can see the way they cut that off
These
there.
lightning thunder eggs are
I think there
simply
was designs
fascinating.
for a whole other
Why
world.
is this so? Simply,
But they didn't
produce
have
even
time,
more
so they
energy
sort
than
of fused
all the
all of this
other
into
eggs
one last thing.
combined. Oh dear. I hope it's safe to channel all that energy into my machine. Well, Ty, there's only one way to find out. No, oh, it tickles. This must certainly be a Zappy-Rang. Ah, sweet as! Oh, be careful with it, Ty. It's quite a shocker. Oh, dear.
Uh-huh. You know, this has a shocky ring on it, but hitting it doesn't do anything. But that's all the boomerangs except for the, you know, a ring that we can get into in the final area. But I'll show you exactly what this use of this is, and it's not much, but I'll show you. All it allows you to do is this. And now the door's open. Yep, that's it. Alright. Before we head on in there, let's make sure to get all of our rainbow shells. Or scales, rather. We do need to head back up to the boss area where the portal was so we can get the shell from in there. I don't know if any of you kept track, but I think we beat Fluffy and Fluffy in 4 minutes, I think it was. Maybe less. But not a hard fight if you know what to do. Hard fight if you don't know what to do, because you're just going to get clobbered a bunch of times. And the guidance that Julius is giving is shit and not helpful. Because suggesting a two-pronged approach of fire and ice, you don't you're going to assume that's for that moment right there and then, not that you need to be using your fire ring for the majority of what's happening. But that's okay. That's just how that cookie crumbled. If you know what to do, it ain't so bad. Alright. I don't expressly remember where these last two shells or scales are. I think they're both through the gate, so we're gonna go check over there. If they are, then awesome. And we'll see what we get for that. Very helpful, although arguably makes an easy game near impossible to lose. So there's a scale right here. I don't remember if there's another scale back here. Yes, right over here. Alright. All 25 rainbow scales.
Ah. I see you have found the rainbow scales that were scattered across the land. As a reward for your ingenuity, I give you a special Bunyip gift. The resilience of a great warrior. May you battle well.
You may not have noticed it immediately, but if you look up there in the top left, we now have 2 health bars. So, sick. Alright, this is the final area, Cast Pass, and once we get all the way through this and into the next area, that's it. That's the end of the game.
Did you take care of our little problem?
I tried, but he's stronger than I thought.
He's stronger than you thought. How hard can it be? He's just a little orange rat.
He has friends. The bunyips are helping him.
What? Then the stakes have been raised. To take over the world, I must have those talismans. I need them to open the portal to the dream time so I can banish all those annoying warm-blooded mammals once and for all. Present company accepted, of course. Well, if our orange friend is so intent on finding the talismans, then I say let him. My metal menace here will take care of him and steal back the talismans to boot. It's so simple, it's brilliant.
Time for a Cast
No one has
Pass.
ever come back from this inhospitable place, so tread carefully.
Now, you know what's my favorite thing about Cast Pass? There's no collectibles. So, you quite literally... Oh, oops. Well, be careful. You quite literally run through it. You don't have to sit here. You don't have to really fight stuff. They put up a lot of these traps, but for some reason in this game, they do that a lot, or they make it quite easy to get around them. Now, one thing they do load this place with, for some reason, wow, I'm being a bit careless now. They load it with lives for some reason. Like, this last part of the game is going to be so hard, you're not going to make it through without dying a bunch of times. And, you know, that's because they load it with traps and animals like this, where they just put fire on everything. But you don't even have to jump there. You don't have to fight that guy. And again, if you just have the Mega Ring equipped, like, those ninjas run. That's their primary mechanic. And the Mega Ring has that tracking, so literally just keep running. You know, they put a big slide section here. This is where you might take most of your damage, because, you know, garbage. And the tree branches. But if you pull back on the stick for a second, you can see where everything's coming. And then just sort of keep your eye out. Remember, you can jump in here. And if I recall, this isn't even all that long. It's beautiful, though. I love the design of it. The spines there look a bit like Cheerios, but that's okay. It's longer than I remember, but... just like that, it's over. Alright. If you've been paying attention, you've seen that I've almost died a few times, but I have never died. Again, I intend to keep that as it is. The final boss can also have a part that can get you killed, just because, well, much like the last rushes that this game ended up capped off with, that if it didn't have, probably could have really cemented it in history as one of the most creative platformers, if anything. It certainly is that. Very creative game. But with how rushed this last stuff is, I mean, think about it. 5 talismans. You expect 4 to be worlds with bosses. This is very annoying. I think these are like out of sync. And sometimes they come into sync. think this time they should be in sync for me to jump. But you expect 4 worlds, and if you look at some of the art and some of the stuff that they talk about, like, it does seem like that was their intention, was to have 4 worlds, but they were, I think they were over budget and over time. And it sort of led to a lackluster product towards the end, where like a lot of this was mostly pretty fun on your trek through the game, but like 100% rushed right at the end. And like, I think that's why they tried to make this place so much more dangerous, because it's Cass's little area to get to the portal, which, by the way, we're done. We're at the end of it. It's like they're like, oh, we don't want to be too mean though, so we're gonna put all these here, and then you can go from these to these, and just, oh, be careful. But like, you don't really have to do that, because the crocodiles aren't that fast and they can't swim underwater, so, and mines are very slow, so you just do this. And even if we're feeling froggy, grab the 23rd life. And portal's right there. And it's like, oh, platform it, because there's stuff down there. But it's like, who gives a fuck? I'm not gonna get hit. Alright, Cass Crest. And they put him there, which a lot of you are gonna realize is a bit disappointing, but please don't let what happened to the end of this game cheapen the experience of it for you. It's still loads of fun. And a blast, and a game I'd recommend personally to people if they were interested in playing a relatively easy platformer. Ouch. I think it's a wonderful game that you can play with your kids. I'm not gonna waste too much time here. You're about to see how weird this part is. So without further ado, let's hop into it. We're gonna pull up the Zoomerang. I found makes this the easiest.
You showed those frills a thing or two. By the way, one of them dropped this.
Yeah, crazy, right? Just a whole talisman.
Who dares disturb my slumber? What are you trespassers doing in my cave? A talisman.
Yep.
Boss Cass is going to love this.
She just finds a talisman in the final area, but Cass was searching a desert to find that talisman. And all you do here is the bats like push you around, which is pretty annoying. But, she just stays right there, and the bats give up after a while, and you just hit that. She gets smoked out, but you don't. And then you go onto this so you can get to the next area, and she'll get there eventually. So you just kind of keep it moving. But yeah, the talisman that Cass just had from the desert, because I do believe it was the Tasmanian talisman, is the one that he picked up. Oh, whoops. What is it? Frosty Rang? No. I think I just jump, actually. Oh. We'll probably not jump while that's going. Shazza just finds it, and you're like, okay, I guess guess it would make kind of some sense that she made her way through to find it. But then this is the boss to get that talisman, and this is your 4th talisman. And then the 5th talisman is just the end of the game. Oh, this is a no boomerang zone, guys. Don't forget that. The reason I use the zoomerang here is because it has so much distance on it that you can hit that from way the fuck over here. And again, these cricket dudes, like, they're not fun, but like you don't have to fight them. You just go up here. If you want to, bite them, you know. She'll make her way up here eventually. Well, I've managed to lose a whole health bar, but I've also been rather careless since we got the new health bar. There we go. That's the end of the boss. Fight's over. Grab this life for shits and giggles, I suppose. I think her name is Shadow. But don't get too attached because that's the last time you will ever see her in a Thai game, I think. I don't remember if she's in Thai 4. But I'm pretty sure she's not in 2 or 3. And once again, up we go. And I'm not kidding at all. This is the end of the game. Let's just take the damage and go through. I do believe there's a couple pies around here. Let's play with the multi-rank, shall we? Grab that. Look at that. I already got a second health bar back. Now, occurring on the continuing range of disappointments that unfortunately infect this last part of the game.
I told you we'd meet again. I'm gonna enjoy this.
That's it. That's the,
What? What are you doing? I'm giving you a hand, mate. Let go of me. You're gonna regret this.
That's it. This is clearly an arena where you probably could have had another Sly fight. They made this place so big, and you don't fight Sly again. He should have been harder. I feel like he should have had more rangs. I feel like that would have been more fun. But, if you're noticing, like, I'm very centric about the game. Again, I'm not trying to shit on it. I just wanted to talk about it because, you know, this is the end. This is the final boss right here. So I wanted to keep it pretty game-centric the whole time. Now, if I do recall, we need our Frosty ranks first. And this, by the way, is most definitely the finale.
At last, we come face to face. So, you're the troublemaker I keep hearing about? Well, this is the end of the line for you, you meddling rat.
So you take damage there before you load in. That happens every time. And you're supposed to freezy ring these guns even though nothing that, to my knowledge, it's on fire, you really interact with beyond the forest fire with the freezy rangs. You have to destroy all of these guns. If the fucking wrangle did it. Good lord, come on now. Again, like, there's perceptive, and then there's just unreasonable. If they're not to, oh my god, move, Ty. To some degree, I think, at times during this game, the expectations for you to win are unreasonable.
Why, you little... I'm gonna make you pay for that. Hey, 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 hey! Stop that!
That is a children's game, I do get that. Which is more to my point. Why would you make it so that it was so difficult for the audience to figure out what they were supposed to do here? I don't need to knock down the mega ranks for this, but that's okay. What is it? I believe it's actually the flame ring. Yep. We'll come back around for it. As you'll notice, as we're doing this, it's summoning pretty much every enemy we've encountered in the game thus far. But just like that, this is it. That's it. I'm not kidding. That's it. There's one more thing to do, but that's legitimately it.
Ty, you'll need this.
We get the Doomerang that our family used.
What are you doing?
What I should have done years ago. I'm giving him a hand, mate.
After all I did for you?
What? Lied to me? Good luck, Ty.
You traitorous Tasmanian tiger.
And to be more clear, Sly
You beauty.
is Ty's brother. That's the big amble there. But this is it. This is the end of the game. You know, you got this gigantic, climactic robot. Just beat up some cannons, break some stuff, they fill it with a bunch of enemies. And then a part that might take me more than one try. If we get this in one go, we get this in one go. If we don't, we don't. But you have to pilot this boomerang for a pretty long time, to be honest. And the controls are very, you know, touchy. And you gotta turn corners and stuff, so you have to try not to blow it up the whole way there. And it's very annoying, because you can't slow it down or anything like that. So you just have to be very careful with how you're articulating the controller while avoiding obstacles, and you go for quite a long time. This is it though. And I remember this vividly as a kid. It was I don't think I was a big fan of it then either. So I remember doing it so many times. And I wanted to win the final boss battle. And this felt cool to me. You know, the Doomerang, besides looking like a banana, has actually got a pretty fulfilling design as far as like a kid's mind is going to go. It's got a big skull on it. And it feels like the final thing that even after you've collected all the rangs, this is the big final rang that you get for all your hard work. Even though it's fundamentally the worst rang, because it does, excuse me, what the Kaboomerang does is it just explodes when it makes contact with something, but you can pilot it. So, kind of an early Arkham thing, if any of you play the Arkham games. Hope this isn't too nauseating to watch, but one mess up and you redo the whole thing again. But I do believe that's it. One time. First try. Thank you, practice. And I personally think the left route there is the easiest. And the final talisman.
Bonza!
That's the Tasmanian one. I don't remember what the other one is then.
The talismans are back where they belong. Order is restored, and chaos has been averted. All thanks to you, Ty the Tasmanian Tiger.
No problem, mate. I'm just doing my job.
That's it. That's the end of the game. Very dedicated team that put all this stuff together. We're gonna sort of make our way to these credits somewhat quickly. But the parents don't even get their voices too much at the end there. But I still think it's a fulfilling experience, and to get an HD remaster of it is beautiful. And I'm super appreciative. Chrome Studios, right there. They're the people who made these games. And if we want to see more in Ty 2, like we obviously can, here's the Kickstarter people. This is cool. They made like little arts of them, like a little Yu-Gi-Oh one there. Everybody got to make their own little Ty characters and have them put in, which is pretty cool, I think. A lot of people were very invested in this world, and to not see it all the way through was hard for a lot of people. So when the support came to, there's a Pokemon one there, our Big Hero 6, a couple of stuff there, looks like Zelda. People didn't want to let this go, so they did all they could. As soon as the Kickstarter began, I believe they received overwhelming amounts of money and support to get this whole thing going, and all of these people, I think, probably got sent like, what kind of character do you want, what do you want them to be doing, and then they made the art for them. And there's all the kickbackers. And if they ever make a Ty 5, you can trust that it will be on this channel, especially if we play through the whole series on this channel. And you can trust that we will find my name in the credits of that as well. But let's make our way through here for one last thing to talk about. You know, before we get back in, and then we'll go over what, if anything, if there'll be a bonus episode. Because all the picture frames really do that you can find in those hidden boxes throughout the game, they open up a secret world that's full of picture frames. And I mean a very small world. Very tiny. And that allows you to get that 100%. You get them all, and you can look at the art book. So if that's something people want to see, then let me know. If not, if everybody's cool with it, we can move on to Ty 2. That could be fun for the channel. Just to take a break from the horror and sort of settle down into a series. I don't have as much memory or practice in Ty 2 as I do in this, even though I've only 100% of that game one time. And I barely remember it, and I had my wife's help, and she had a guide with her the whole time. But, yeah, I would love to. I've never played Ty 3. I know it's kind of like a darker version of the game, and it's got a bit of a GTA element, and I know that the controller is a big part of it, so I do have a controller here to play it. If it works, we'll play it. But Ty 2 is the next one on the horizon. Look at that, 2020. This is the secret ending called Sigh. That's meant to be a Y there. Now this was meant to be Cass's Metal Sonic, basically, for those of you familiar with the Sonic franchise. and he was going to be a big rival for Ty in the next game, but he wasn't. He comes in one time as one enemy, and that's it. But look at that beautiful thing. Yeah. Besides the picture frames, that is everything done. I thank you so much for watching this. It's been a blast. I love playing through this. Actually, I think even the bonus worlds for the picture frames are automatically opened already, as you can see down there. They're just two little worlds full of frames. That's all they are. And thank you for sitting through this childhood experience of mine. I love this game to death. Regardless of if its faults or the things that's wrong with it, it is a game I will always be happy and fond of. So that's it for Ty the Tasmanian Tiger this time. But thank you again, and I will catch you guys in the next video.